Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare with your children being raised by someone else? With our free information, you can lead a less stressful life, work from home, and start earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom41.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom41.com. Freedom41.com. And start earning great money as soon as next week.
Pip, you'll remember his bow tie from last season on The Voice. He's making progress with his music career now, but he's joining us on the line to talk about it. Hey, Pip.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I am doing fantastic.
Good. Now, so you were on another show before The Voice. Like, The Voice wasn't your TV debut, so let's remind everybody what happened.
Sure, yeah. I auditioned for a show called The Glee Project back last January, and I made it to the top, 25 on that. I didn't make it on the actual show, where they had them living and competing in the dorms and stuff. But that kind of did spur my bug to get out here and get more into music, and so that's really what inspired me to go out and audition for The Voice.
So you got your bit of a taste of TV, and you loved it. I mean, how has life changed since then?
Yeah, I mean, it really. I was in pharmacy school before the Glee Project, and so it kind of completely changed everything. I mean, I had always sung as a hobby, and acted in plays and stuff, but I never really thought it was something that I could do. I always thought, there's a billion other people trying to do that. And then I think when I got out here and I got decently far in the Glee Project, it was kind of just affirming that I actually could do something in the industry. And so I dropped out of pharmacy school and went into trying to just do auditions and getting a band together and playing places more. Yeah, and then The Voice happened, and now I'm stuck out here. Now I can't leave. I've got to get to where I want to go. So.
And I guess, the experience on The Voice, all these reality shows, people come out and, are judged by celebrities for the most part. So The Voice, you're teamed up with, I don't want to say music royalty, but big names in music. Team Adam.
Yeah. Well, I would say, for some, especially Christina, I'd consider Christina probably music royalty, especially in our generation. It was such a cool experience to get to, just hear their stories and hear where they've come from and hear all of their, trials and tribulations and the good parts, too, That was probably the best part about being on the show, is that you do have these mentors and these people you can talk to that have they know exactly what they're doing. They're not just some executive that's sitting behind the scenes, but they're actually out there. They're the artists that are doing it, and they are all huge and big, and that's something so invaluable, I think, that's why the Voice. Well, and now other series are kind of following in suit and getting these big-name judges, so.
Mm-hmm. So what did you take away from your time being on Team Adam?
I think the main thing I got from Adam, just working with him, is definitely just about individuality and figuring out who you are and sticking to it and not letting what other people want to make you and mold you as an artist, really making sure that your true artistry and your true self comes through in everything that you do. And I think that's something that really has kind of stuck with me and is something that I am now, focused on way more than I would have been before.
Now, the latest season is just getting underway. What would you tell the current contestant? You can give them one piece of advice, one thing to do, one thing not to do. What would you say?
Oh, my gosh. Probably just don't stress out too much. I think by the end of my time on The Voice, all of us were so stressed out and so sick, and that's kind of what I think everyone's performances slowly went downhill just a little bit, just because we all, were so in our heads, and everyone was sick, and their throats were bad, and so I think that's kind of the main thing is just to stay calm, and in the end, it's just a singing show,
Pip, we've got to get back to the music, and then we'll talk about your music coming up in just a bit, and of course your bow tie, so if you can stick around.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, more with Pip, and coming up in the second half of the show, Jillian Harris from The Bachelorette. She's going to be talking about the Bachelor Pad finale. Stick around, more to come.
Today's best music with Jeremy Bradley.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare with your children being raised by someone else? With our free information, you can lead a less stressful life, work from home, and start earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom41.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom41.com. Freedom41.com. And start earning great money as soon as next week.
Pip from NBC's The Voice is joining us. He's got some new music, and we're chatting about it today. Now, you have a video that I was watching that stars a pair of shoes. Tell me about that.
There's this whole new trend right now when you release new music, the lyric videos. And so we decided to do one, and, my Converse were kind of my signature, part of my, signature style, quote, quote, on The Voice. And so we just decided to do a video all about, kind of them, and it's really just kind of visually fun and appealing because they're just dancing, along Hollywood Boulevard and such. So it was definitely a lot of fun, and it turned out really good, and everyone is definitely loving the video. So.
That's got to be the cheapest casting I've ever seen for a video.
Exactly.
But I mean, you're also known for another article of clothing, the bow tie. Now, you've got it undone in all of your promo pics that I've seen. Is this a sign of growing up? What's that about?
No, I mean, it's just kind of, we're just trying different things with it. I think it was something that sort of completely defined me on the show, and I kind of wanted to just be something that is an article that I use, but not really something that I always have to have on me. I mean, the show kind of made it so that I was the bow tie kid, but there was a point where I was like, am I winning this, or am I going forward because of me or because of this bow tie? I really am, trying to not get away from the bow tie, but kind of show people that it's not all about bow tie. It's more about the music,
Well, then your next video can have a bow tie, a bow tie, shoes and a bow tie.
Yeah, exactly.
No? Yeah? All right. Now, so there's an album in the works, I guess. You've got a lot of videos on YouTube sort of giving an inside look.
Yes, yeah, we are doing a documentary, or web documentary series, just kind of about the journey in making the record that we're doing right now. It's my debut. I've never done anything with this before. I've never really written songs. I've never been in the studio, and so it's such a new and crazy experience for me, and it's just really cool for me to be able to show the fans what's going on, because honestly, ever be in this situation if it wasn't for them, and so I just want to give them something back while we're kind of working on music and not being able to give them content.
Now, that's one thing that we see people take away from these shows is a following. You don't necessarily have to win, you don't get the huge recording contract, but you do get the loyal fans, don't you?
Exactly, yeah, I didn't even really realize that was going to happen when all of this started. But that's the biggest thing that's come out of this, is the fact that even though it's not a Justin Bieber fan base, it's still a very significant amount of it is something that when people are coming into this industry with no attention at all, that it's just such a huge tool in order to get your career kind of rolling and going further than you could have without them,
Speaking of winners, our producer Bonnie Winters just held up a picture of Jermaine, Paul, and me at the finale, and his bow tie is undone. So you know where he got that from, right?
I know, he totally stole my look.
Yeah.
I told him that. I told him that afterwards. But, hey, man.
You know what?
Can't be doing that.
I knew he was up to no good when I was talking with him there. So lots of great things keeping you busy. So how can we all keep in touch with you then? Website address, Facebook page, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, you can find me at my website is pipmusic.com. My Facebook, you just search Pip, and all of that is linked on my website. And then my Twitter is @Pip_Andrew.
And of course, check you out on iTunes to buy the music, right?
Yes,
that's
my
the big
brand
thing.
new single, my debut single, Who Cares? We just dropped it last week, and there's a video on YouTube, and you can just search that, and it should come up. Yeah, so it's exciting. I'm really excited about it.
Oh, well, it sounds like it's a good time, and things are going well for you. So Pip from The Voice, the website, pipmusic.com. Thank you so much for joining us today. Always great to see a success story come out of these reality shows. Pip, stay in touch. We'll talk again soon.
Thank you, yeah. For sure, yeah, you guys have a good day.
Today's best music with Jeremy.